Don Ferguson here, and I'm here with Coach Amanda, and we're going to talk today about communication in a crisis. And let me tell you what my crisis is. I was this much taller just a couple minutes ago, and my crappy chair has broke down, and I'm sinking, so I might be out of frame by the time this meeting's over. But Amanda, how's it going?
Good. I can see you dropping, Don. It's kind of funny. So stay with us. Stay with us. Don, I am doing great, and I just wanted, my chair is not sinking, and I have got my amazing coffee mug. Can you see it there? See?
Don't forget to be awesome.
Don't forget to be awesome. So I need another coffee mug, like I need a hole in my head, but one of my dearest friends, actually a family member, gave this to me. And every time I think about it, I remember people, don't forget to be awesome. So there you go.
Perfect. Well, we had a bunch of response to our last video.
Yeah, it's great.
I've given out a couple of the restaurant tips for curbside service. And
Yep.
so you have with the 11 tips and tricks for that you use for coaching. And so what we're going to do now is we're going to break them down in a couple of different videos. And today we're going to talk about communication, right? Today we're talking about communication. Yes,
yes. So today, I wanted to just start, and I thought we could talk about, Don, because this is really critical in your business and the businesses owners that you work with, is communication. So that's step number one, right? So in a crisis, in an economic crisis that we're seeing right now, communication is key. It is absolutely critical for a business owner, especially in the pandemic that we're seeing, right? So all health situations aside, this is deeply and directly affecting small businesses. So communication is one of the single most important and effective things that you need to be doing right now, which is why it's step number one.
More so in a crisis. I mean, it's important to communicate during normal times, but this crisis time, a lot of people, they don't know if you're open, you're closed. Here, Amanda, tell me what I'm thinking.
Your chair is still sinking?
That too, but this is what businesses think though. Okay, here, I'm gonna do this, and my customers know what's happening. They know what time I'm open. They know what time I'm closed. And it's very frustrating from the customer standpoint or the guest standpoint of what the heck's going on.
Exactly. Because as you as a business owner, you might know what's going on. You might say, well, everybody knows that the restaurants are, changing right now. No, not everybody does know that. Or they might know, oh, the governor released this new mandate yesterday, and so this is how it's affecting my business. No, not everybody does know that. So you have to be communicating not only what's going on, even if it's just saying, hey, here's what the governor said today, gang. And then two, how is it affecting you as a business, and how it's affecting not only your customers, but your potential customers. So as an example, Don, let's talk about this for the restaurants, right? Your small business, Viper Consulting Solutions, works primarily with local restaurants in the central Iowa area. Mm-hmm. So tell us a little bit about what's happened with the restaurant situation in the last, 10, 15 days?
A lot of them were changing, but we actually work with all over the country. And I work with a group of people that just specializes in restaurants. And we have metrics showing like what happens with business when things work out right. We have some restaurants that we actually offer a free curbside messenger bot, and it's all about communication, man. People can order from it. They can tell you when hey, we're in the parking lot. This is the car we're driving, whatever. But I digress. But some people, they might do $100, $150 a day in business. We got other customers doing north of $1,000 a day. So it boils down to how much you communicate and how well known you are. And if you're not well known, this is a time to get well known. And we're talking about for $5 or $10 a day. They got to pay Facebook. We're not going to cover your ad spend. But again, it's a branding thing. It's getting your information out. Hey, we're open. Come do business with us.
Exactly. And Don, at the end of the day, what is marketing? Marketing is communication. Mm-hmm. So if marketing equals communication, and communication is what you should be doing right now, you should be marketing. You absolutely 100% should be marketing. So let's talk about this for a few minutes, because people are saying, well, the world has changed, or it is changing. The fact of the matter is, yes, it's changing very rapidly.
Yeah, this has changed. People are on their phone right now. A lot. You're going scroll.
Exactly. Don, right now I have my laptop open on my home office. I have my phone here, and I have my tablet, all three open right now. Now my focus is here, but the point that I'm trying to make is that we have screen time more in front of us than we've ever had before as we're working from home. So how do we use this to our advantage to communicate? Don, tell me what some of your clients are doing right now.
Well, I'm glad you asked that. None of these are my clients, but I'm going to show you what some people here are doing. I'm going to do a screen share real quick.
Awesome.
And I will show you. And on one of them, if something pops up for one of my clients, so be it. But this first one here, let me get it straight. So, who doesn't like mimosas in the morning, especially on a Saturday or Sunday? Well, this particular restaurant here, again, Broughton Commons, I think they're in Virginia. This one's in Georgia. They've developed an emergency mimosa kit. How creative is this, Amanda?
That's brilliant. What a beautiful way to think outside of the box. I love it. And
so, I mean, in Iowa, we can do the same thing. Again, your creativity is the only thing that limits you. And whether you put money behind this or not, it doesn't matter. It's getting the creativity out there. And the thing a lot of people don't realize, let's say you have 3,000 followers. Well, Facebook's only going to show a post to, if you're lucky, 3%, but more likely like 2 to 1%. And let's just do the 1% so I can do it in my head. It's going to show your post to 30 people out of the 3,000. So if you put a couple bucks behind it, people know. Now let's look at this next one here. Got to move things around a little bit. This is a local restaurant, Zombie Burger. I didn't even know Zombie Burger was open for this. Now I see this ad, and I know they got curbside service, or I can order DoorDash or Grubhub. So they're letting people know, hey, man, we're open. Look at this delicious food. Come see us.
Yes, yes.
Another one, I thought this was pretty funny. Get a free roll with every carry-out order. Now, restaurants, people ain't coming in. They're not using up your toilet paper. So guess what? You can have fun with something like this.
That absolutely. And with communication, I love this example because with communication, we need to be positive, right? So how about being funny and having fun with it? This is a great example, Don.
Oh, absolutely. And this one here is, I think I was just scrolling. This is my scrolling. So let's scroll here real quick and let's see what might pop up.
Hey, live. I saw a live there from an eatery. Brilliant. Go live.
All right, so here's my buddy, Ken Chevalier. He owns Kenny's Rib Wagon. It's a little hole-in-the-wall place, but look, he's a one-man band. They're located at the Plaza Pub. If Ken can put this out, you have time too. The main thing people do is, I don't have time. Well, guess what? You have time now. All you got to do is give it a shot.
Yep.
Let's see if we can find anything else. All right, we see one good food one for a local place here. The Zombie Burger one was from a previous scroll, so again, they're getting out. Learn Pete, that's not anything here. Okay, look at this. This is Des Moines Dining. People are talking about the places that are open too. There's places here in Des Moines called like Des Moines Dining Discoveries.
Yep.
So just look that up, and you can see a lot of places that are open.
Yep.
Iowa Restaurant Association. Now here's one of my biggest gripes right here. They were on a radio show the other day talking about the gloom and doom, which it's hitting a lot of places. I'm not going to put a positive spin on that, but it's how you react to the gloom and doom. And they were like, restaurant owners can't make it on carry out. Well, a lot of them do. And guess what? If you were dining before, it's time to pivot and do what's going to work to at least keep the doors open. And again, we've got restaurants doing north of $1,000 a day. We've got restaurants that are doing better business on curbside than they ever did on dine-in.
Yeah.
Because it's how they get the message out. But look at all this space here where nobody's telling me, Don, come eat our stuff. Come get our stuff. I haven't seen but one ad in like one post. I saw one post. I tend to follow Kenny's Rib Wagon, but again, how many people get out? So look, this is all the space that's available for you.
Yes. And Don, I don't want to digress too much off topic here from communication, which is obviously the point of this meeting. But you mentioned something just a few minutes ago. The fact of the matter is that businesses are having to think outside the box, right? They are having to pivot. I heard you say that word. And the fact of the matter is that all businesses right now are having to pivot. And so one thing that I was working with my clients, one of my clients yesterday, their business is 100% closed door right now via the governor's mandate. So we're having to pivot, right? We're having to look and say, okay, so this income stream is closed. What do we do now? Okay, there's opportunity, there is positivity, and I was coaching my client, and I want everybody on this call to take this to heart. Think about how your business is going to change, and it could be a permanent change for good. You could be adding things that you've never been doing before. I think something that I'm seeing more and more, Don, and tell me your thoughts on this, is that businesses are saying, okay, here's what I have to do for right now, and then we're going to go back to the way it was. Well,
this is an exciting time because you can develop another business out of this by what you're doing, and it'll be an additional profit center. So like, for example, what was the group of business that you were just talking about?
It happened to be a massage therapist.
Okay, massage therapist. So let's think about, okay, I can't put my hands on anybody right now because the government says I can't. But do I sell product? A lot of massage therapists do. So let's get the product sales up. How do we get the product sales up?
Right.
That's what you got to ask yourself. And so you talk about it and you break it out. So I have this candle. It's a battery candle, so all I ever have to worry about, only thing I got to worry about is the battery running out, okay? Which this one has. But hey, it's a lot easier to do. It doesn't smell up the house, and this is how you use it. And so you break your product out and you talk about it. You talk about how to use it. You don't got to be salesy, and this is where you can come buy it. Or we can do an online sale. And we'll ship it to you, whatever.
Yes, absolutely. And again, what is all of this? All of this is communication, which is what we're talking about. So let's brainstorm here for a few minutes for our viewers, Don. So obviously you talked about social media, or like Facebook, right? Facebook advertising. So I don't want to put all the social media in there, but let's just toss out some ideas between you and I. What are some other things that that business owners and entrepreneurs should be doing to communicate to their clients and their potential clients? So obviously we have Facebook advertising. Email database, be sending out emails. How about Instagram, right? People are using Instagram more than ever now. Instagram has a great feature for advertising, right? You've been using that with some of your clients.
And you got Facebook Messenger, and the main thing is if you can be entertaining.
Absolutely. And let's not overthink this, guys. How about picking up the phone? Every single business has a database. That database should include, Don, I would say at least 3 things. Feel free to add here. It should include a name, it should include an email address, and it should include a phone number. I did a phone call yesterday. I did a video chat yesterday with a group of my clients. And that was one thing that I told them is they were all lamenting, how do we contact our clients while we can't see them face to face?
You can use Zoom.
Bingo. But how about somebody that doesn't want to get on video, or maybe let's say they're perhaps maybe an older clientele, something along those lines. Pick up the phone, guys, or I'll take it one step further, send a handwritten note. We don't always need to overthink this. And I think too many businesses are getting too panicked. How about for every to-go order, a business that sends out the door, they put a handwritten thank you card in there? How nice is that?
It doesn't got to be on the card. It can be right there on the bag. I mean, how many times have you gotten your check from a restaurant where the waitress writes the wait staff writes a little smiley face and thanks for coming?
Yeah. Yep. Definitely. Don't overthink the box, or don't overthink it here, guys. The point is, oftentimes we simplify and we remove our irrationality, and when we don't panic, all of a sudden there's so much opportunity for the things that we can be doing as we have time and are having to really adapt to the changing times in which we are. So step number 1, just communicate. Focus on communication. And Don, you and I were chatting about this, but remember guys too, that lack of communication also sends a message in and of itself.
It says you don't care.
Exactly.
That's exactly what it says.
Or it says you don't care, or it says you don't know, which is never a position you want to be conveying to your clients. Or it says you're scared, right? It says
okay to be scared. And
it's okay to be scared.
It's
but
not
exactly. Bingo. I thought of an example yesterday. I had 2 coaching clients back to back, and it was so interesting, Don, to see the way that they were both handling this. One, I had to really remove their emotion from the conversation. Both of my clients were scared, but one was basically saying, hey, look at all the things that I could be doing with this. And the other was saying, oh my gosh, how am I going to make it through? We were eventually able to get the second client's mindset situated in this example, but and get them to a correct mindset thinking. But you have to communicate. So remember that lack of communication is communication in and of itself. It's not the good kind.
Let me give a great example for that. I've seen a couple of restaurants that have tried the curbside thing. They tried it for 2 days. It doesn't work. And the reason it didn't work was this. They posted it on their Facebook page. They have 1,000 followers, so 3 people saw your post. And so it doesn't work. But then we have Restaurant B down here thriving, doing $800,000 a day. But it doesn't work, right?
It's incorrect mindset. It's
incorrect mindset, but don't be scared to reach out for help too. And that's why we're here.
Exactly, Don. So let's talk about that for just a second. Don and I are both here to help you guys We are wanting and to see so many small businesses and so many entrepreneurs thriving right now and getting through the next 30 to 60 days so that they can be thriving on the other side of this. So Don, tell me what you're doing right now.
We're offering to restaurants free a curbside messenger bot, and what this does, the guests can communicate with you, but
Yep.
we want you to put, here's our commitment to you. We'll do our part for free that we normally charge money for. We'll do our part for free to get communication happening between your restaurants. But your part is, we just need you to spend $10 a day on the Facebook ads. I'm not going to pay for the ads for you, but
Right.
I will write the ad for you, and I will get the people to your place, and we can show the benefit of driving more traffic to you. You'll be happier, and they'll be happier because they get a choice of different food.
Guys, this is very generous of Don. So he is donating, he and his business are donating their time to help you thrive right now. Obviously, you're going to need to put in the minimal investment to Facebook. Don can't be calling up Facebook guys and telling them to run their ads for free. Well, I suppose you could, but you'd get laughed at.
Yeah, Zuckerberg's not going to listen.
Don't be fighting those Facebook bigwigs out there.
Yeah.
So put $5-10 into your Facebook advertising. Allow Don to help you, and then watch this thing take off. Don has helped me in the past. Don, you've helped me several times over the years. I'm a serial entrepreneur before I became a business coach. My husband and I have had other businesses, and Don's resources are invaluable, guys. So please, please, please reach out to him. Okay.
Well, the same for you, man. I mean, you're willing to give some of your coaching time.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So yeah, right now, I am not, and just like you, I know Don and we are not here to sell. We are here to help. And right now I am donating my time to small business owners that need some coaching to get through the next 30 to 60 days. So I'm meeting with people right now that are not currently my clients, and that they just need help to get through the panic and to get off, not literally, but figuratively off the cliff. Okay. So email me, call me, my time. I am completely donating my time. There's absolutely no obligation. To be honest, right now, I'm not even discussing signing people as clients right now, because my focus is really on getting everybody through the next 30 to 60 days. So just please reach out. I will sit down with you. We will come up with a plan and a strategy specific to your business and what you're dealing with. And then my coaching is the plan, the strategy, and the accountability. So the only thing that I need you to do is to commit your time. So if we schedule a meeting, that's the only thing that you need to do, is to commit your time. So
same with us too. You just got to commit a little bit of cash to Facebook, and again, $5-10 a day, and $5-10 a day is going to break you.
Yep.
You got bigger issues, and you might talk to Amanda, and she might be able to help you talk about that cliff too. But it's something you got to think about. But the thing is, our saying is we want to put butts in seats. Well, unfortunately, the government won't let us put butts in your seats, but we can put cars in your lot, and that's the main thing. And here's one other thing too. People get scared. It's okay to charge for your services. I've got some customers I'm just shaking my head at. They're trying to do the price war. And
don't.
You can only go down so far. And then guess what? I saw this in trucking. I saw a lot of trucking companies go out of business because they operated on a penny. Well, what happened when fuel went up 3 cents a gallon, 6 cents a gallon? Doesn't sound like much, but it wiped out their profit margin, and they were in the negative. So be careful of that.
Exactly. Don, you've heard me say this, but I tell my clients all the time, the lowest guy in town just went out of business.
Mm-hmm. There's no race at the bottom. Well, there is a race at the bottom. Yeah.
How many times have we seen this? I think one of the most classic examples in today's world right now is Subway versus Jimmy John's. Has Subway gone out of business? No, they haven't. But if you look at their numbers, Subway's really been struggling, and they have had for years. And guess what? Because they were always focused on price. Jimmy John's, when was the last time that you heard Jimmy John's running a commercial for a foot long for $5.99?
Actually, Jimmy John's has changed up though. They got like a little mini Jimmy John's for $3 now.
They do, and they again, that's business adaptation. But for years, Jimmy John's has always been focused on what, Don? Quality and speed, which is quality. Freaky fast for Jimmy John's. When everyone says Jimmy John's, what do you think? Freaky fast, right? Right. So again, that's just an example. We don't need to digress, but and now I'm really getting my coaching cap on here, which is taking us away from the point of this meeting. But guys, communicate, and communicate.
Communicate messaging. So Amanda, on our next video, what's number 2 on the list that we're going to be talking about?
Yeah, we're going to talk about step number 2, which is being positive in a moment of panic. So we're going to talk about that, Don, and you and I'm really, really excited. So we're going to talk. Yeah, it's going to be great. I've got a whole list of things that we can talk about just in terms of what does that look like practically, whatever business that you're in. So Guys, reach out. Don, do you have anything else? I think that was all I wanted to
No,
ask.
you can contact us both by, you'll see our emails, or you can PM us on Facebook Messenger. That's fine too. And we'll have a conversation again. We want to help. We want to do our part. You can't see me, but I'm kind of a big boy. And I love my restaurants. I don't like to cook at home. I'm one of those guys. Okay? I will. When I cook at home, I lose weight. So it's your fault that I'm getting healthy because I'm not coming to your place. And not just kidding. But if people don't know you're open and people don't know what you got going, it doesn't matter. You can be a restaurant. You can be a landscaper. You can be any business. It doesn't matter. This is the most perfect time to get your message out there because, again, people are scrolling away.
Yep.
You got nothing to do, and they might need a new windows in their house. They might need the dent in their car fixed right now.
Yep.
You don't know, and it's not costing you anything really. $5
Exactly.
a day, even $1 a day if you're doing a video.
Yep, exactly. So remember, guys, right now more than ever, never stop selling, never stop marketing, and right now communication is the best thing to be doing that. So.
All right, till next time. Don Ferguson here.
Amanda Lundstedt. Thanks, guys.
We'll see you around. Bye-bye.
Bye.